Good morning, everybody. I did tweet quite a lot of charts, updated point and figure charts with targets. I thought it good that we run through a few of the G10 currency pairs in terms of the point and figure charts. I'm not going to look at clouds today. I'll just focus on the point and figure charts plus the targets that we're looking at from a point and figure chart perspective. So if we start with the euro US dollar, we can see clearly the long-term trend is still down, as indicated by the trend lines here on the point and figure charts. We have two immediate short-term targets: is 101, 100 is actually 0.99. So it looks like the euro will be going to parity there. Still a downtrend, and we can expect some consolidation around these levels. So watch out for a reversal and then a rally back up to the bottom end of trend. But the long-term trend remained down in terms of the euro. The British pound sterling, yeah, also a long-term downtrend in place from a point and figure chart perspective. We met a couple of targets recently, 127, 126. All those targets were taken out. We're looking at the next target of 121 and then a longer-term target of 116. But fortunately, we might see a consolidation here after meeting the 121 and 120 targets. So watch out for a consolidation around these levels and then a rally back up to the bottom end of trend. So we would buy the consolidations and short the rallies back up at the trend. So far, the long-term trend is down. For the sterling to be a buy, we need to actually break past these resistance levels and the trend lines to change to the upside. So we still haven't got that. The long-term trend remains down on sterling with a 121, 120 point and figure chart target. The GDP Swiss franc, yeah, overall long-term trend also down. We've just about met the 1.2 target. We had a rebound there, a short-term retracement. We now back up, testing the resistance here from a point and figure chart basis. So we could see this down slide continue now that it's fighting resistance at that point and figure chart trend line. Okay, for it to break past that, the buy signal would be if it breaks past that resistance, a buy signal would generate it when it breaks past that double top there, the 131, 130 level. So far, also locked in a long-term downtrend from a point and figure chart perspective. Okay. There's an 18 target downside here. So if we reverse down here, if resistance holds, we're first going to try and get past the 120 resistance, and then 118 would be the next target. All right. The US dollar yen, still a very strong uptrend in place as indicated by the point and figure chart. These continuous single long moves, we do expect a consolidation. Yeah, we are close to the 119, 120 targets, 121 target there, but we have a 119 target. We met the 116 target. We broke past trend resistance, so watch out for a reversal or consolidation when it gets to 119, 120 key area. So we both have a target there and a resistance zone to deal with. So we might see a brief consolidation there, but so far still locked in a uptrend. Okay. The euro yen also grinding into a key resistance here. Massive resistance lines here, lots of them. 127 is the target here. Grinding into that resistance area. Note nicely how we sold off, met the target 130, and then had a reversal to the upside. Now we're fighting that resistance area, so we could see a reversal here. Watch out for a point and figure chart reversal to the downside, which would then signal a downward move. But so far, grinding higher into the point and figure chart resistance zone with 127 as the next target. Swiss franc, US dollar, Swiss franc, also the targets there, 105, 108. Note that we have an uptrend in place here as indicated by the 45-degree lines from a point and figure chart perspective. So watch out for 105 as the next key resistance area there. That's the next upside target. Australian dollar, US dollar, locked in a long-term downtrend. We can see these trend lines are moving down, indicating downtrend. 71 is the next target here, and then 69 is the target after that. So watch out for those targets. As we get to that, we could see a consolidation. and then reversal to the upside to trade back up to the bottom end of trend, but looking closely for point and figure chart reversals when the Australian dollar gets close to these targets and as it hits those targets. Okay. New Zealand, US dollar, also locked in a long-term downtrend as indicated by the point and figure chart. We had a bit of a consolidation here, congestion here, broke out of that. That activated the 63 target. So we got 65 to go and then 63 and then 61. So that's the long-term targets from a point and figure chart perspective. And this trend is right now in a confirmed downtrend. Canadian dollar, US dollar. Strong uptrend in place as indicated by the point and figure chart. We had a reversal of trend here back in April of 2014 and now just grinding higher. We've got upside targets of 141 and 149 and 142. So there's a cluster of upside targets. So it should be a comfortable run up to 141 and then 142. That high there needs to be taken out before it activates the other target. But so far, grinding higher was 141, 142, and 145 as the next upside targets. Okay. Norwegian krona, US dollar, Norwegian krona, yeah, also grinding higher. Nice little uptrend in place as confirmed by the point and figure chart trend lines. We rebounded, yeah, from the bottom end of the trend. We're grinding higher. We've got an activated target of 9.3, so we're about 6%, 6.9% away from that target. So watch out when it gets to that target for consolidation, because then we're closer to this old resistance high here from 2001. These highs, yeah, as key resistance. Okay, but so far still grinding higher than uptrend. Swedish krona, US dollar, also grinding higher than uptrend. We've got 9.1 target that was taken out. We've got the next target of 9.7. And watch out for a key reversal here. When we get O's going down, then we would be looking at 8.7 as the next support zone. But so far, still grinding higher and looks like it wants to print a decline there, but we don't have a reversal yet. We need a confirmed point and figure chart reversal to the downside. But so far, the long-term trend remain up with 9.7 as the target. Danish krona there, US dollar Danish krona, 7.25, 7.2 targets. These are the targets to the upside with a 7.35 longer-term target there to meet to the upsides, and that corresponds well with a 750 cluster of resistance here. But from a point of figure chart perspective, we can see the trend is up. We've just broken out of this kind of consolidation, congestion range. So 7.25 is the next target to look out for from a cloud chart perspective. Okay. Thanks, everyone. I hope you enjoyed that. These are the point and figure chart targets on daily charts. Till next time, happy trading.